Welcome back to the channel, guys.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Walker Farm Fam. Thank you so much for stopping by. This video is sponsored by Anker SOLIX. I'm going to tell you more about them a little bit later, but Ransom has a baseball game later, and before he got to the baseball game, I told him he needed to get his exercise in. So he just plowed this entire garden, right Ransom? The entire garden with a hand plow, is that right?
Yep.
Can't even be beat, not even by the Amish with all their mules. Just kidding, all right. I took care of the garden today. I'm gonna show you that. We're gonna start over in just a little bit and kind of show you what happened today to get the garden looking like this. Also, we had a really sad moment and a really surprising moment yesterday out there at the new mobile chicken tractor, the one that we found on Marketplace. So we'll tell you more about that in a little bit. Like I said, it was sad for Cassie especially. Also though, it was a really shocking term of events. So as I promised, I'm gonna pitch Ransom a few pitches. Then I've gotta go get ready for his game. Let's see how this goes, see if he can hit. You ready?
Yep.
Whoa! That was a little low and he still got it. Ready? That was low. That wind, I'm fighting the wind. All right, ready? Whoa, that was a good one. A little bit of a grounder, but that's all right. Bella, come. Come on, Shelby. All right, we got Ranger pitching. Oh, that was right at my feet. Are you trying to hit me?
No, I didn't mean to hit no stuff.
Watch it, mister. These are my prize dogs. Whoa. Almost over the fence. Almost a home run, Ransom. That was a good hit. All right, we'll end on that one, okay? All right. We got another hitter. Ransom's a pitcher. All right, let's see how this goes.
Trying. I'm swinging no matter what.
There you go. Got a hit. We have to head to Ransom's game. I got to go get ready, but the first thing I want to show you guys is one new thing that we can bring to baseball games to make sure that we stay nice, hydrated, and keep everything cool. Before we head out that door, there's one accessory we don't want to leave behind. We'll be headed to baseball games, soccer games, BMX. To make sure everything that we bring stays nice and cool, we're going to be bringing the Anker SOLIX EverFrost 2 electric cooler. This is a 61 quart cooler. It has plenty of room for all of your things. The Anker SOLIX EverFrost 2 electric cooler has 4 ways to charge. You can charge with your wall charger, in the back of your car, with solar, or through a USB-C. The EverFrost 2 can cool things down in a hurry. It can go from 77 to 32 degrees Fahrenheit in 15 minutes. The batteries in the EverFrost 2 are designed to last. They can power your cooler up to 3.2 days. So the two different sides, for us we have freezer and refrigerator. Can be controlled right here at the end of the cooler. Right now you can see we're running off battery and we're at 89%. You can set the zones right here or use the app on your smartphone. And yes, I even have my favorite mineral water with lime. You have a built-in bottle opener right there. Anker also has you covered with accessories. Here's 3 different options. A drink holder that all fits right here on this rail. Here is a nice knife holder for if you're cooking and using your table right here. And maybe my personal favorite, a fishing rod holder. So if you're interested in the Anker SOLIX EverFrost 2 electric cooler, check out my link down in the description and make sure and use code WFF10 to save 10% off your purchase. Summer is right around the corner. Now is a great time to get you one. We finally got some beautiful weather in Oklahoma, so today's the day I'm going to try to do a little bit of cleanup. So I have the trailer right here behind me. I got to strap that down. Probably the most hard thing to strap down because all the wires going off. So instead of using straps, I'll use log chains. So I'll get that strapped down in a minute and show you that. But after I get back from hauling that off, I want to get started on something I love, but I also hate to start because it's a lot of work. That is the garden. So I need to take all the old tomato cages out, and then I'm going to start ripping the garden with the tiller and get it started. Well, that's not fun because dealing with this wire is just, well, not fun, but I got it all strapped down. I've got log chains going over, back and forth, different directions. And maybe I won't get pulled over for failure to secure load. So we will find out. It's always an adventure. I think next time I'll use my other trailer with the sides. Just even those little bit of sides would help quite a bit. So, but we're gonna get this over and unloaded. So let me know what you think down in the comments. How much money will I get for this little load of metal? And I am not selling this to make money. I'm selling it so I don't have the metal on my farm, and I basically get to haul my trash off for free, or they'll pay me to take it. So how much will they pay me for them to take my metal? My guess, I'm gonna go with $15.78. This is not very heavy. Metal is sold by the ton, and it is all metal, but there's just not a whole lot there. So leave it down in the comments. What do you think? How much will we get? We made it. So what we do is we drive up on the scale right here. I made it back home, and how much money did we make? Well, more than I thought. Look at this. Oh yeah, $40. So we made $40. Let's see. Our weight going in was 93.20. Our weight going out was 87.40. A net pounds of 580 pounds. Price per ton, $140. Therefore, we got $40.60. So more than I thought it would be. That old wire just doesn't weigh a ton, but it does weigh a little bit. So 580 pounds and $40 is more than I had an hour ago. So there we go. I went in to grab a drink, and a scissor tail flycatcher decided to take over my tripod. All right. Well, it's time for a break, but let's check out the garden before we take our break. The tiller did its job, broke up the ground really nicely. This has been, I think, probably the 6th or 7th year, maybe 8th year I've done a garden here, and I'm really happy with this spot. So I'm gonna keep doing it. You can see there's still some pretty good clumps in here. The grass is tore up now. So what we'll do is we'll let this set for about a day or two, and then I'll come back and do the exact same thing again with the tractor, and then go through it with the hand tiller. Well, I parked the tractor right here for a reason. That was to take a break in the shade before I go and feed the animals. But I keep using this tiller. It's an old spring tooth, spring plow tiller. It is one that came from my dad. So my dad had this one and another one when I left home. When I bought my first farm, he gave me this tiller. And yes, I could go buy a rotary tiller that goes on the back of my tractor and it would do a quicker job, but this tiller has a lot of memories and I like using it. Also, saves me a lot of money because those tillers are expensive, but it does the job. It breaks up the ground. I'll do it again, like I said, and then I'll use my hand tiller, the little Cub Cadet. It'll go through there. It'll break up the ground as well. So between the two of them, it does just fine, and it keeps doing the job. So I'm going to keep using it until I can't. But hopefully you guys are getting your gardens going. We don't try to be the master gardener. We don't try to tell you exactly how you need to do your garden. We like to show how we do our garden though. So the way we do it is probably different than the way you do it and a lot of other people. We prefer an in-ground garden instead of containers or instead of raised beds. I know there's different people like it different ways, but for me, I've always done an in-ground garden and that's the way I'm going to keep doing it. But whatever you're doing for a garden, I hope you're doing some type of garden, because as you guys know, if you've been to the grocery store lately, the cost of produce, fruits, vegetables, everything just seems to get higher and higher. Sticker shock doesn't really get me anymore. I just look at it and shake my head. I'm not that surprised at some of the prices, but we try to do our garden. We try to have fruit trees. We try to share what we do, so maybe you can pick up a thing or two along the way. But like I said, hopefully your garden is going too. So I'm going to take my water break and we'll go back and start feeding the animals. I did not really plan on videoing a whole lot in the house today. It's just so beautiful outside. I mainly wanted to be out there. Ran in real quick after I got the garden finished, and I did a little bit of cooking. Got a casserole ready. It's in the oven. It'll be ready in just a little bit. Sorry, no recipe today. Like I said, I was trying to get this done so I can get back out inside. But what I heard as soon as I put the casserole in, I was about to go back out the door, I heard a little bird chirping, and I thought, well, did a bird get in our house? Nope. But guess what? We have birds hatching in the incubator. So I don't think we've done any update lately. We put, I think, 80 something eggs in, and there was probably about 15 or 20 that were not candled out. Like, they didn't show anything when we candled them. But look at that. We have a little chick hatched, the very first one. And there are, I can count, multiple birds. Oh, there's one right there. Multiple chicks are trying to hatch. So let's see what happens. I'll give you guys an update later tonight. Trying to zoom in right here. Not doing great with the zoom, but there's one trying to get out of that egg right there, if you guys can see it. Fighting with everything it has to live, to get out of the egg. Never ceases to amaze me. Whoop. Can't stand up, buddy. So I'm going to start off chores, but I'll show you guys. We made a little temporary pen out here, You can see the sheep and goats. Even Xena enjoys a little extra space, but the sheep have been eating this grass down. It was kind of overgrown and they really like it. Come on, girls. Hey, Rowdy. Start at the end. Work our way down. Hey, you get some yellow hair there, Mr. Ram. Rowdy, you've almost got it lost. So it's starting to warm up. These sheep are probably starting to get pretty warm, but it's going to be less than a month and they will be looking completely different. They will be sheared. Also, some of them are looking pretty big. We're hoping to have some lambs on the ground at some point. Let's go check on the ducks and the turkeys. That turkey's over there in the pen. Are you confused? It's not even shut. Come on, girl. Okay, I'll just feed you in the pen then. There you go. So when she's smart enough to get out, she'll realize it's opened over there. Then she can get right out. Oh, here comes the last duck. She says, I'm not gonna miss out on supper. Were you sitting on your nest, girl? Okay, you're back. Here, I'll throw you out a little more grain. There you go. Get the ones that you like. What kind of bird is that? Kind of look like a pigeon or, I don't know. Hey guys, come on. Come down here. Come here, Cash. So Cash is so fun to watch. I don't get to video it very much, but he just runs around and makes circles. He makes friends with all the calves and just has a good time. So, all right, we'll feed him. Here, honey. Here, honey, here's a little more for you. So, several people have commented about Cash's eyelashes and how long his eyelashes are. I never really noticed until they mentioned it. Kind of hard to see right there, but maybe it'll be easier whenever I'm out of the sun. Alfred's still kicking, still doing okay. Honey and Cash, I would say, are thriving. They're doing good. And Xena, hey Xena, what do you think, girl? Let's set, there you go. There's a good Xena. Jake, you're just as handsome as you ever were. Don't worry, I'm coming to feed you in a minute. So you guys see this fence is also temporary. One of my next projects, not anytime soon, but later on, will be this fence. Well, look who made it home. What did you just say?
I hit your truck with the ball down. I hit it so hard.
You hit my truck?
In the back of it.
So we have the crazy chicken lady. She came out here to check for eggs. Did you see your chicks hatching in there?
Yeah.
You excited about that?
Yeah.
Hopefully
Nobody's
you get...
on those eggs, but they're still warm, so...
Oh, she just got off of them to come eat.
Okay.
There was only 2 ducks, and when I started throwing out grain, she ran up here. So she'll go back to them.
Do you see this egg over here?
Uh-uh. Oh, the one on the ground?
Yeah, what kind is it?
Xena? Was that you? I don't know. I did see it, though. I think it's...
Oh, no, I just threw these out here. These are the chicks that have hatched.
Yeah.
I just put them out here to...
Right over here's the egg you're talking about. isn't it? Oh, there's another one on the ground right here. That one's a turkey. Let's see it. That's a dirty turkey egg, isn't it?
This is a duck. Well, they just walk around, they fall out of the rear end.
I think there's a guilty party amongst us. Xena, have you been getting them out of the nest? I think she likes to carry them around. Are they wet at all? Huh. Yeah.
Just trying to decide if I want to hatch it. The chicken. I mean the turkey. I don't want to hatch ducks.
Why?
Because we got enough ducks.
If a mama wants to hatch them, that's fine. I ain't cleaning out their water.
Are they still sitting on turkey eggs over there?
Yeah. I guess I could add this. No, it wouldn't be the same time.
It'd be a little later. All right, hey, you sure got a pretty ring on. Let me see that. Wow, somebody must really love you.
Somebody gave that to me about 15 years ago.
Yeah?
He's kind of a cool guy.
Huh, must be nice. All right, I gotta go finish up chores. Somebody's got baseball. You ready?
Yeah.
Hello, ladies. We've got June, Carter Cash, and Loretta Lynn. You got a fly ball there in you, girl? Yeah, them pesky flies are back, aren't they? Well, nothing we can do about it. All right, let's go ahead and get them a little bit of grain. So Benny will usually run them off. Loretta, June, come on. Come on, girls. So we'll see who comes over here. Somebody will come in a minute. And then we've got Jake. You love to eat, don't you, Jake? I know. You're still mad about not being out with your girls. But that's life. Watch out, Big Jake. Well, Jake's a happy guy now. Finally got his food. Do a real quick check-in on the cows. I'll just put out a little bit of range cubes for them. There's Blackberry. Everybody's doing good. We're getting a lot of green grass. There's still not a ton of substance in it, but it's getting better and better all the time. So I've been putting out a bale of hay about every 3 or 4 days. Shelby, you gonna steal one? Oh no? You already stole one. Shelby likes to come out here and eat with the cows, so. But they're all doing good. Snowflake, I really like the looks of this little heifer. Probably won't keep her, but I do like her. And Geronimo Jr. All right. And then our calves, there's 1, 2, 3, and then the other 3 new calves are laying out there all by themselves. That cow does not want me coming close to her baby, so she's going to stay over there by her. So I'm going to leave them alone, let them go ahead and eat. Also, Salt, are you ever going to have a calf? I hate to say it, but if Salt does not have a calf after she's been with this new bull, there might be a problem with Salt, unfortunately. So we'll give her more time, give her another 6 to 9 months, and if she doesn't have a calf by then, we are probably going to have to part ways with her. I hate to say it, but that's a farm life. They're not pets. They actually do serve a purpose as beef cattle and got to do their job. Well, just move the chickens. You can see the square right there. That is looking better and better all the time. As the thicker grass comes in, they don't hardly disturb the grass at all. They do drop lots of manure. And then I move them to brand new fresh grass and they absolutely love it. So I mean, couldn't be happier with that. But what are you guys doing? So this one, that one, and that one all belong to Geronimo. You, I don't know who your daddy is. Obviously, he wasn't black or red. He was white. Charlet. That's half Charlet, I would say half Angus. But pretty little calves. I don't know how they'll do at market. Not really favorable having long hair Charolais should do okay. Not really favorable being red and having long hair, so we'll see though. I don't know which type of market they'll go to, but eventually they'll have to go. Cassie, the dugout mom, just experienced some awful candy. Was it good?
No, it's bad.
All right, how many hatched? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so far. So it is still a beautiful evening right now. Show you guys a little bit of the sunset. But while Cassie gets her cart to go out and start cleaning out the brooder, we're going to show you guys what Ransom and I discovered out at the newest chicken tractor yesterday. Well, this is just the most unusual sequence of events. First of all, we just came out here to the new chicken tractor. Cassie's prize laughing rooster is dead, unfortunately. He is passed on. And Hop-Along Cassie, which we thought was a hen, just crowed. You guys just heard her. Him. I am all kinds of confused. A, what happened to the laughing rooster? He's doing just fine. I'm looking at the feed, and the feed has been consumed halfway. That's in about 4 or 5 days. So they've been eating fine. So it's not a food problem. He just got put out here on fresh grass. What in the world, Ransom? And Hop-Along Cassie, we're gonna have to come up with a new name. Hop-Along Cassie is crowed. So we did let Cassie know the bad news. She said that rooster was about 3 years old, is what she thought. But anyway, this is where the birds were at. We just drug it to new ground. That was pretty easy, wasn't it, Ransom? So we went ahead and rigged up a makeshift lift real quick on our ramp. Just a rope right here that lifted our ramp up off the ground. I didn't have anything to hook it to, so I just... All right, we have a new problem, don't we, Ransom? The eggs, they're laying them up here in the top, which I thought they might. So what I think I need to do is adjust the nesting boxes. We're going to move them up because chickens like to go to a safe, secure place to lay their eggs. They do their business and then they get down. I think our nesting boxes are too low to the ground. Hang on, I'll get you out, Ransom. So I think our nesting boxes right now are too low to the ground, so I think I'm going to move them up. There's one more egg in the actual nesting box. Somebody laid where they're supposed to. All right, you ready to get out?
No, I like this.
You like it? So if you aren't familiar, this is our brooder area, but I'm going to have to go get an extension cord. But Cassie, what do you think about your Hop-Along Cassie being a rooster?
I don't get it. Its tail was not like a rooster, like the other ones were all curled up and getting long and pretty like rooster tails do. It looks like a fan. It hadn't crowed and the other ones had.
It was smaller than the others.
It was smaller. That one and the laughing rooster have been together forever, so I don't know if they just got in a fight. The other one just realized he was a man. I don't know, but it's frustrating because I've lost 2 turkeys. I've lost that rooster that I really liked.
Which he was 3 years old, I think.
Yeah.
About.
But, like the shirts in our merch store says, not this one. It's farm life, people. I understand farm life happens. We share the good and the bad and the death and all that. So, it's just what happens. Some of you guys think that farming is all cupcake and rainbows, but it ain't. It ain't for the weak.
Did you pick the name of that baseball team?
The kids did.
Okay.
Combat Chickens.
I just put 2 and 2 together. You're the chicken lady and your team's the chickens.
Yep. They said that this is not Chick-fil-A. It's a little bit different, is what the kids said.
No copyright infringements.
But also, when it comes time that you're done with your brooder, clean it out then, because I didn't, and now I need it, and I have to clean it out, and there's other things I need to be doing. So, it's farm life. It's real life, it's busy life, It just is what it is.
So we're going to get this cleaned out and set up, but don't forget, if you guys are interested in the Anker SOLIX EverFrost 2 electric cooler, a link will be down in the description. We hope you guys have a great day, and God bless.
We love you guys.